Please introduce yourself.
My name is Sanjay Srinivasan and my native is Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. I passed out as mechanical engineering graduate in 2017 from PSC College of Technology, Coimbatore. Then I started preparing for civil services examination. In the meantime, I've appeared in a couple of examinations conducted by the State Public Service Commission. I worked as a forester for a brief period in Nilgiris district. Since 2020, I'm working as assistant inspector in labor department in Tirunelveli, ma'am.
Okay. Why civil services now? You're already in the civil services. Why the central civil services?
Ma'am, I wanted to join civil services because of public service. When I was volunteering with NGOs in my final years of my college life, I felt that being in civil service, the work can be done in a more impactful manner. That is why I started preparing for civil services. As the journey was taking a little more time, for financial independence, I attempted a couple of other examinations conducted by the State Public Service Commission.
Mm-hmm. So, you think you'll be able to, you can resign without a problem? I mean, why did you appear for those? You also appeared for the Forest Service. What exactly is the conclusion?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Can I get to hear the question?
You applied as the forester, then you applied for the civil service. Now you're in the state civil service, you're a labor. Then you've also appeared for the forest, Indian Forest Service examination. And now the civil services also. How many, which attempt of your civil services?
I've given 5 attempts. This is my 5th attempt, ma'am.
This is your?
Fifth attempt and first interview, ma'am.
Fifth attempt and first interview. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And so why are you having these different strains? You know, why you said you want to be in the civil service, then why weren't you focused only on this? You're also going for forest.
As I started the journey, I was focused on civil services. But as the journey was taking a long period of time, I thought I could not waste in preparation alone. That is why I started attempting other examinations also to make sure that first thing I get an experience of how the government functions and also being able to contribute to the society beyond preparation. Second thing is make sure that I am also having financial independence and economic independence. For these reasons, I attempted other examinations also, ma'am.
Okay. And when is your interview?
It is on 4th of April.
4th of April. Look, you have some time, about 2 weeks. So so let me ask you, you've written reading fiction, poetry writing, badminton, bhajans, very diverse interests. And when you say bhajan, singing bhajans, what is that? Exactly what do you do? Is it an everyday thing or is it you're part of some group or something? What exactly do you do as a bhajan singer? So you sing?
Yes, ma'am. We sing in a chorus, ma'am. And yes, ma'am.
Yes. No.
As we sing, it is a group. There is a group. It is like a satsang. Usually on the Saturdays, there is a bhajan singing. This is organized nearby my home. And we participate in it and we sing some songs over there, ma'am.
I see. So it's a regular, it's like how many people come together for this bhajan?
It is usually on Saturdays and on any other auspicious days also it is done. And in the month of Margali, it is done for the 30 days also in the Tamil month of Margali.
Oh, I see. Okay, because what I was trying to understand is somebody, when you say satsang, usually satsang also, I mean, one is of course singing together, one is also giving companionship. It's a social and religious sort of thing. But what about somebody comes and speaks also? Do some people, seers or saints or somebody, gurus come and speak also at these functions or no? At these get-togethers?
Ma'am, on some functions beyond bhajans, that is also done. Some lectures are being provided by some senior members. So that is not regularly done, ma'am. On some days alone, it happens.
Okay, then fiction. What do you read in fiction? Which book have you recently read?
Yes, ma'am.
Which book have you recently read?
Ma'am, it is the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
So what do you learn from Harry Potter? From the whole Harry Potter series, actually.
Ma'am, it traces the journey of a boy called Harry Potter and his wizardly world, how he tries to defeat the evil, the Voldemort, that is the evil spirit, by indulging in a journey of 7 hollows. If they destroy all these things, the evil will be destroyed. So it fantasizes through a different world and takes us into an immersive learning experience, ma'am.
So what do you learn from it? One thing which you have learned from the whole thing.
Ma'am, one thing is that the victory of the truth or the good over the evil, that will always happen. So that message is what I infer from the novel.
I see. Okay. And also there was the university that he was, the university thing that they have the format for a university as well. Yeah.
Yes,
Hogarth University.
Hogwarts was a
Hogwarts University.
bloody word, Hogwarts.
Do you think that was a spoof on the current state of universities? A spoof, or it was modeled on that?
Sorry, ma'am.
Do you think that this university concept and everything in the book is modeled on existing universities, and it's a kind of comment on the existing university system, so to speak?
I'm not sure about it, ma'am.
You're not sure about it. Okay, it's all right. All right, then we move on to something else. Now, within the country, there is this debate going on between the center and the states in parliament at the moment, especially particularly with your home state. So what is the issue really, and why is it valid, the whole thing that's happening, justified, or how would you recommend to your state government how to react to all that is happening?
Ma'am, the major issues are first thing with respect to the 3-language policy, which the state government doesn't want to implement, and the central government has linked the funding to the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan scheme and PM Shri schemes with the implementation of the 3-language policy. Second thing is with respect to the debate on delimitation, where the southern states do not want their seats to be reduced because of the demographic performance. And third thing is of recently the issue with respect to the Tamil Nadu budget's logo, where the rupee symbol has been put it in Tamil letter group. So these 3 instances are there. So with respect to the advice that the state government, if I should give, first thing is the state government should boldly implement the 3-language policy. Given that there is the flexibility in the 3rd language, it does not necessarily mean Hindi, and the allegations of Hindi imposition will not be true in the case of flexibility option that is present in the present national education policy. Second thing is with respect to the delimitation, the Honorable Home Minister has promised that he will look into the issue and make sure that a formula will be evolved so that the demographic performance is not penalized. Third thing on the issue of symbol that is used, ma'am, I don't see any problem in the Tamil letter used, because the rupee symbol is just a symbol that is being used. The more important should be on the economic policies which are being devised and how useful the budget is to the public. So that should take the central place.
But on this, if I say that the rupee symbol was a means of, if you look at every country, the euro, the major sort of currencies, the pound, the dollar, they have a symbol which everybody accepts universally, leave alone within their countries. Now, this rupee was formulated, the rupee symbol was, I think, in 2010. It was adopted, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And it was, I believe, by a person from Tamil Nadu who devised this. So the fact that it is being made into an issue, do you think it is justified? Because it's nothing to do with Hindi or any imposition. This is nothing. I don't see. I feel that making this into an issue. You rightly said the main thing should be what is in the budget, but this symbolism also, if each state decides that they will do it in their own language, what do you think is the way forward? Is that something which should be encouraged?
Ma'am, apart from the budget, even the economic survey that was released for the first time in the state, the nationalized rupee symbol was only used. So it was only in the budget that the symbol was used. And my personal opinion is that the symbol rupee can be used, the nationalized symbol can itself be used. So
No,
that
here it's not a question of personal. No, if you're working for the government, there's no personal view. No? There's no personal view at all. You have to give the official view. And what is the official view? That this is one symbol for the whole country. It's nothing to do with the language, right? Tomorrow,
Sure.
Marathi people will say it should be this. Tomorrow, the Malayalis will say it should be something else in Malayalam. The Bengalis will say it should be something else. So there's no end to it, right? So,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, so it's not a good, not something to be encouraged. Whether personally you agree with it or not is a separate issue. But if you are in the government, then you have to give the official view. Is it valid or not? All right.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. Then another thing that is happening in the world today, 2 or 3 important turn of events, I should say, in the last 1 week. What are they? 2 or 3 important, interesting, important events that have taken place.
First thing is Mark. In the Canada, the present Prime Minister has agreed to step down, and there is a new replacement. Mr. Mark Carney has taken up the shoes of the Liberal Party. That is first thing. Second thing is with respect to the US administration, they have been involved in talks with Ukraine after the recent Oval Office fiasco, in which the sides have negotiated in Saudi Arabia for finding a ceasefire to the ongoing conflict of Russia-Ukraine. So these 2 things I can remember, ma'am.
And within India, anything that is happening within India? One, of course, you just told me was the delimitation and the 3-language formula between Tamil Nadu and the center. But anything else you can think of within the country that is happening at the moment?
Recently, there was controversy with respect to the Election Commission and its EPIC card, where there are people residing in 2 different states had the same EPIC numbers. So that controversy was erupted in the parliament, and the Election Commission has agreed to look into the issue.
Okay. Anything else?
India has won the Champions Trophy in the cricket. We have become the highest number of champions with respect to the Champions Trophy winning.
And within India, Women's League.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
The Women's League, the Women's Cricket League, the IPL, Women's IPL win.
Ma'am, I didn't follow it completely, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's all right. Okay, so we now stop here. Now, what was the feedback that you've got from other mock interviews? You've done mock interviews?
Yes, ma'am. I given 4 to 5 mock interviews, ma'am.
Online or offline?
It was mostly online, ma'am.
And what was the feedback given to you?
It was a mixed feedback. They said that my articulation could be somewhat better and balanced views in some boards. Some boards where they said you have time, you can improve upon the current affairs and the content. So it was a mixed one.
Yeah, it was a mix. So absolutely, you have to give balanced views and you have to give a government view, right? Don't go completely in a radical kind of approach, and see whether what is the no, I'm not nothing to say sorry. I'm just thinking it's for your own. I'm just giving the guidance. Give it as a balanced approach, and give it as a government. What would be the best interest of the government? How is that served? But that's what you do when you are in the government, and how you look what is in the best interest of the people and the government's actions. Those are the 2 things that you keep in mind, right? And
sure,
the other thing is, yes, overall articulation was okay, but yes, sometimes you were giving too brief answers, sometimes giving too long answers. So the balance will have to be brought. Sometimes you were adding many more things. In 1 or 2 cases, you added a lot of things. I mean, more points than what was asked. But overall, I thought your answers were good. You were articulating well overall, but little more expression, little more voice modulation up and down, and like you were smiling just now, smile a little bit. Okay?
Sure.
So come across as very serious. And that detracts from your performance. All right. So just a little bit of smiling, just as if you're having this conversation. Don't take it as an inquisition, or something. and you have time till the 4th. And I think the only thing that I found was that once in a while, you need to, not once in a while, but what you need to do is to read a little more, because right now the Raisina dialogues are here, the New Zealand Prime Minister is here, and all the security, chiefs are meeting, security heads are meeting, National Security Advisor and other intelligence chiefs are meeting in Delhi. So I think you need to read a little more. That's about all. Be aware.
Yeah.
And about Coimbatore, I didn't ask you. Something could be asked on Coimbatore. It used to be the capital of the garment industry, but I don't know if it's still there. Is Coimbatore still? What place was it? That's really the hub with tea.
Textile. Manchester of South India.
Sorry?
Yes, ma'am. It is known as the Manchester of South India.
Yeah, but it's come down a bit, I believe, or is it still there? The hub is still there.
Ma'am, after the bifurcation of the districts, Tripura has a majority of textile units now.
Tripura has become the mom, and Coimbatore has got a little less, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so anything about that? So where will the questions come from? From your DAF, from current affairs, within India and outside India? So overall, your answers were good. I thought they were balanced overall. And you are coming to Delhi for doing one of few more mocks in Delhi also. When are you planning to come to Delhi?
Ma'am, I'll be coming on 25th of March, ma'am, and I am planning to give 2 to 3 offline mocks.
Yeah, not too many, give 2 or 3 only. And just keep reading, very important. And read the editorials, of the Hindu and the Indian Express and Beyond and, Balki Sharma show, etc. Just some of these, if you listen to them on all major issues that are currently in the news, and if you read the editorials, the editorials cover both events in India and outside India. So they give you a very clear perspective. They give you the important issues. And you can understand then it helps you to better formulate your thoughts and your answer. So if you read these, your answer becomes even better. Overall, as I said, you're pretty good. But to become even better and to just crack this is your, you said fifth attempt, right? Your 5th attempt. And what is your optional subject?
History, ma'am.
History. How come you took history?
Basically, I had a liking in the subject, and I thought most of the syllabus coincided with the prelims, mains, and option. There was coinciding syllabus, so I thought it would be easy to converge.
Yes, in the general studies and all that. Yes, that's true. So you can be asked anything on history, modern history, ancient history, medieval history, world history, anything and anything can be asked on history. So be prepared with your basics. They're not going to ask you any great details because it's not a test only of your knowledge. Some knowledge, yes, basics, yes, but essentially how you get your answer together and how you put forth the main points and the main issues. Okay, you can be asked about, the Rajas of yore, how they went to, the Tamil kings. Many of them did go to the Southeast, if I'm not mistaken, Southeast Asia, and how they. You're from Tanjore also? No, I read Tanjore somewhere. Tanjore.
No, ma'am. Working in Tirunelveli, ma'am.
But I read Tanjore in your somewhere. Was it yours? Anyway, wherever, the Tanjore, what is Tanjore famous for? You can be asked.
Yes.
Historical importance. Anything can be asked. So you have to know about what you have written or mentioned in your DAF. Be at least the basics you must be able to, see very clearly. I think you had mentioned Tanjore somewhere. Saw it somewhere. You're working there, is it?
No, ma'am. I'm working in Tirunelveli only, ma'am. I have no association with Tanjore as such, ma'am.
But you're not in Tanjore. Maybe it was a previous candidate. I'm sorry. But anyway, it's part of Tamil Nadu, so you can be asked anything, anywhere. All right.
Sure.
So just be focused, and if you read, then your articulation, in the sense, your articulation is good. But when I mean by articulation, that what points you are taking into it. What are the points that you're focusing? It'll help you to do even better. So, what you have any questions? Yeah. You have any questions?
No questions. No, ma'am.
You should do well, I think. You should do well. It's your 5th attempt and first interview. You should do well. Just be the way you are now, and but little bit of smiling, little bit of hand movement, a little bit, not too much. And now, and this very serious nervous look will only detract. Okay.
Sure.
Avoid that. Overall, you were not nervous or serious, but in off and on, I mean, you were not very sure of the answer. You became a little shaky, you know. So avoid that. If you don't know, you can say, I don't know that you did. You said, no, I'm not aware of it. Fine. If you're not aware, it's all right. Okay.
Okay.
But overall, you are good, and I think you should be able to do it. Okay.
Sure.
All the very best. All the very best.
Thank you. Thank you.